And even now blue is always here. And even now blue it shines so clear. I don't need a prayer or even words to say. No matter what I do, I'll never reach your answer. Colors of summer are still on my heart. And rolling like that from my cheeks is the sign of love to start. The words I have for you are stuck. It just feels like a curse that I can't contain. Will the two of us meet again? I wish I told you back then. My hands will feel what to let us talk about. But this galaxy is all passing by me.
Hello YouTube, TDFan 2024 here, and in this video I'll be talking about the movie
Well, my neighbors know my name is Sandy Cheeks. Born and raised in Texas, y'all, that's plain to see.
Yeah, so some of you guys are probably wondering, how can you review this movie if it's not even out? Well, if some of you guys have been living under a rock like Patrick, then you probably don't know that recently, like about a week ago, more than that probably, the Sandy Chicks movie actually got leaked. Like someone somehow got their hands on the entire movie and just released it on Twitter. And some people who were there at the time were able to get their hands on it. And I was looking it up. I was like, I'm trying to find this movie, and luckily I found this link, and today had time to watch it. So I watched this Sandy Chicks movie, and what do I think of it? Well, I mean, I'm not the biggest SpongeBob SquarePants fan. I like it. I will have to admit, it definitely got, what's the word I'm looking for? It definitely did not improve as the years go on. Ever since Stephen Hillenburg left after this first SpongeBob movie, that's when the show started to go downhill, and pretty much everybody agrees with this statement. And now, Nickelodeon's just milking this as long as they can, or as much as they can, I should say. And look here, another movie. Wow. Except this one is a streaming movie, and for some reason it's streaming on Netflix, when Paramount themselves has their own streaming service, so I have no idea why, but whatever, I'm not complaining. Anyways, I saw the movie. What do I think of it? Well, I have to admit, the last SpongeBob movie before this one was quite a disappointing film. I love the first SpongeBob movie, who doesn't? The second one is solid, but not as good as the first. And if you've seen the third one, Sponge on the Run, yes, the majority of the fan base does not like the movie, and I'm with you guys on that. That movie was quite disappointing. And I thought this movie would be as bad, but after watching it, what do I think of it? Honestly, I think giving Sandy Cheeks, her own spotlight, her own film for this thing, I guess, was actually a pretty good idea. I mean, other than SpongeBob and Patrick, Sandy Cheeks is probably the only other character that you can definitely see getting their own spinoff, and this is her spinoff, technically, because it is called the Sandy Cheeks movie, not the SpongeBob movie. So yeah, this is pretty much her own film, and in this film we get to see her family. We're introduced to her family. We are introduced to where she was raised in Texas, and what her true purpose was to show up in the Bikini Bottom. And yeah, let's just say that a lot of weird things happen in this movie. And for the most part, I was cringing. So, do I think this movie is great? No, definitely not. But do I think this movie is an improvement to the last one, Sponge on the Run? I would have to say yes. Well, when it comes to the story and the pacing, the animation, though, is probably a bit of a downgrade to the last one. But the last one did get a theatrical release, so it makes sense, while this one got a streaming release. So, of course, it makes sense why the quality would be not as high. But still, I would have to say that this film is probably better. If I had to rank the 4 SpongeBob movies, and I heard we're getting more, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a 4th SpongeBob film that's actually a theatrical one releasing probably next year. So, yeah, that's happening. Anyways, out of the 4 that are officially out, this would probably be 3rd. Not last, but definitely not first. Anyways, I just thought that this movie was pretty fun. If you're a SpongeBob fan, you'd probably enjoy this movie. If you did not like the last SpongeBob movie, you're probably not going to like this one. But there's a chance you might enjoy it. I don't know. Seeing Sandy's family was pretty cool. And the villain just downright sucks. Definitely, 100%. And if you are thinking, oh, there's probably going to be some like celebrities in this film, well, you're right. There are definitely a few celebrities in this film. And if that's not your cup of tea, then maybe not watch it. But hey, you can't judge a book by its cover. And so what would I rate this film out of 10? Honestly, when it comes to it all, I was thinking a 6 out of 10. But now, the more that I think about it, I'm probably just going to give it a 5 out of 10. It's simply mediocre at best. Nothing special, not as good as the first one, and I would not even put this in the second movie's level. And I know some of you guys don't like the second one, but I thought the second one was actually solid, and this film is definitely not solid, but definitely not bad either. So I'm putting it right in the middle between best and worst. And with that said, those are my thoughts on this movie. If you somehow were able to see it as well, what are your thoughts on it? Or if you're watching this video when the movie officially drops on Netflix, what are your thoughts on the movie? And what are your thoughts on the SpongeBob SquarePants franchise as a whole? Let me know in the comments and in the live chat. And with that said, thank you all so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. This is TDI Fan 2024 signing off. Peace.